Welcome to Cellopedia, this is Maxim. In this video, I will teach you how to play two notes chords. You will learn how to position your bow between strings, how to achieve the perfect balance between notes, how to tune notes when necessary, and I will share with you many more useful tips. The best way to learn double stops is to do it in 3 steps. Now, step 1. Both notes are open strings. Just to warm up, let's play a couple of bow strokes on G string. When you did that, did you try to observe the difference in your bow position? How much did you have to lift your elbow? Did you have to change the angle of the bow? And once you realize the difference, then you have to figure out the middle way. Say you had to lift your elbow that much, well, you lift it just a little bit. Or you had to turn the bow like this, approximately 25-30 degrees, maybe you'll do it just 15. Now, let's put the bow on both strings. Don't move it yet. Just comfortably place it. Make sure that it seems to be that the hair is touching both strings. Your elbow is in somewhat middle position between G and D string. And once you feel you are set, just start moving the bow. Try to make a bit more sound playing G string. That means your elbow actually will be in a bit lower position, and you just will make all the effort to give the G string a little bit more energy. The same will apply to other pair of strings, for instance D and A. By the way, when you play on the higher strings, you might feel that you got stuck with your elbow in very high position. To avoid that, make sure that your posture actually helps you to play on higher strings. If you got used to keep the cello like this, just squeezing it in between your knees, well, consider placing your left knee slightly behind the cello. So this way, your cello, since you placed the knee behind it, will be slightly turned this way, towards lower strings. And that will make all the difference. It would be nice to see that your bow will stay approximately the same distance between the bridge and the bow hair. In other words, if you see that your bow is doing something like that, well, first you have to make sure that your bow angle is correct, roughly in between of those two corners of this C bout. And now let's try 2 lower strings, G and C. Preliminary exercise, put the bow on both strings, wiggle with your right hand little bit, making sure that bow is touching both strings, that your elbow and shoulder are relaxed, and start moving the bow. If one of the strings responds a little bit too quick, adjust your elbow position. Say if your G string starts the first, well, move the bow a little bit lower so your C string will get more energy. And the opposite. If your C string jumps in too quickly, slightly lift the elbow so G string will get a little bit more of energy to start good sound. And once you got more comfortable playing on 2 open strings, you are ready for step 2. 2 notes chords with 1 note open string and another with a finger. Let's again start with middle strings, and we will be playing open G and E on the D string with the first finger. First, make sure that you tune the note you play with the finger. You need to play E. Listen carefully, make your best judgment about finger position, and then, after you play the single note, play it together with open string. It will work like this. Let's explore how second finger will work with the open string. It will be F on the D string. It might take a little bit longer. If you're not happy with your finger's position, then just move it a little bit. Sometimes you have even to tilt it a little bit without moving it on the fingerboard. Let's try the third finger, F sharp. Here we have to do a little bit more difficult task. When you play those two notes together, even when they are tuned well, they make very dissonant, tense interval. If you're not sure if this kind of tension means you play in tune or not, you can actually tune that F sharp with A, with another neighboring string. But luckily not all the intervals that dissonant. For instance, if you play G on the D string with the fourth finger and then check it with open G, you will get a perfect octave. Always take your time, make sure that you like the combination of two notes. And finally, you are ready for the step 3, playing two-note chords without using open strings. By the way, if you are enjoying this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because I will be making more videos about chords, how to play three-note chords. Oh boy, there are quite a few tricks to share with you, and many other videos. Okay, two-note chords without using open strings. Very important thing. First, tune the lower note. You need to have a point of reference. When we used open strings, that was our point of reference. Now we might be lost. And there are so many different positions of fingers. And if you try to fix both of them at the same time, you'll get something like that. There is nowhere to stop. It will be a very frustrating experience. Say you want to play E on the D string and C on the A string. First, tune E. You might tune it with a tuner, or you could use lower or sometimes even higher string as a point of reference. For instance, I will check it with open G. And now when I'm happy, I try to keep its position and add C. If something goes wrong, first try to adjust the higher note. Doing so will make tuning much faster and way more reliable. Now let's try to use higher finger number on the lower string. For instance, combination of 4 and 1, C on G string and E on D string. Here, when you use pinky, you have to make sure that it's round. Otherwise, it will start touching the D string. And even though it's not open D, you will be using first finger to play E. It will still affect the sound if your pinky or any other fingers touch the D string even so slightly. So practice, make sure that your pinky is round. Maybe check it with open string. And then your pinky is tuned, keep its position. Again, it's not touching the D string, and add E. no worries that it seems to be very time consuming. The truth is, if you are patient, it will take you less and less time to find a perfect combination, perfect distance between fingers. And then you will be able to adjust it in real time, and you will start playing those double stops with very little effort. If you want to continue working on that, check out free download in the description. And by the way, there are many other options for you to keep learning with Cellopedia. From cello courses to webinars to online consultations, there is plenty of information to keep learning with Cellopedia and play cello better and better. Don't forget to subscribe, keep playing cello, and see you soon.